How are we getting on, folks? Like the bumper winner in Leopardstown, Redemption Day. That's exactly what this was. It was a very, very nice day. And look, we were very, very unlucky not to get more winners. But truth be known, we did get four winners. One of them being the patron winner. We put up the 145 winner there at 2-1 there last night, and as well as that, Future and Regim drifted out to 22-1, and look at he drifted out to 22-1, and he was just very, very unlucky not to be not to get his head in front. He just got the door slammed on him there coming into the home straight, absolutely tanked his way from the back of the field. Just couldn't get going then when the door got shut and he had to switch options. But look, at very, very happy with that. We got 22-1 at an each way play. Very unlucky with the double. Absolute hard, I thought, turning in. Looked like it was going to be his race to lose, but Galvin absolutely galloped his way to the line. Galloping Deschamps, what can we say? Even money. That was an absolute steal last night. And look at Redemption Day at 4-5 again was very, very was a very, very good little win. I was so disappointed with the first race because I was tied between the top two, and I did say it coming into the bumper that I thought that Howie Abud, I think the name of the horse was. I was tied between the two of them, and I thought it might be very, very interesting. But I just thought with the French form, it might be good enough to win, but I don't know. I think he's just a little bit lethargic or something along the lines like that. And then again in Limerick, look at we only had the one winner, but we were very, very close. China Princess just drifted off a true line. Put that up at 11-1 last night. That was a lovely, lovely little spot. Rebel Gold, absolutely faultless, but just couldn't get to the line in time. And it bit me on the arse. It bit me on the arse twice because the trainer of Rebel Gold actually had the winner in the bumper, and it was just one of those days in Limerick where you just think it was just mediocre now, to be quite honest. But look at overall between all them big price each way returns, we did return with just slightly at a slight loss, not a hell of a lot, but in terms of overall, we're breaking even coming into the last day. And sure, look at like that's as good as any day really. Like we've had some very, very nice each way places, and obviously with Master McShee then as well at 25-1, and Jackamar then in Kempton then at 16-1 as well. It was definitely a good couple of days. We're going to look to keep this going strong now, and we're going to go into Leopardstown first. I am going to be covering Limerick then after that then. But personally speaking, I think it's going to be a fairly nice day. I am taking a chance on one or two. There is a 50-1 shot in here. So keep your eyes peeled and your ears open. So it's definitely something to look at. But anyway, first race off, 12 o'clock, massively open handicap. But for me, I'm going to be boring. I'm going to go with She Some Doll at the top of the market there at 5-1. I think, personally speaking, this one here is absolutely thrown in at the weights. Obviously, look at it, beat Earth's Furies last time out. And as we all know, Earth's Furies ran out a fairly comfortable winner in Limerick there on St. Stephen's Day. It was well ahead of Chenery, Ballyadam Destiny, Clarabello, Be My Dream, Hardwired. Look at the list goes on and on. I'm not going to go through them all, but when you think about that and when you look down through the field and try and find one that's sort of well in at the weights, there's no one more well in than She Some Doll. And look at 5-1 definitely does speak volumes for that. The form of the race has been boosted. I personally think it could be one of those races where it's going to be 4 or 5 going to the line, and it's just going to be a flip of a coin as to who's going to win, like what we've seen with Futura and Regim there today. But no, look at I'm going to stick with consistency and the strength of the form as well. She Some Doll looks to be the one they all realistically have to beat. Next race off then, the 12:35, and we talk about consistency and form. I can't see how Kilcrut is 8-11. Personally speaking, I know, he was well clear of the rest of the field, but Largy debut was absolutely shocking there on Stevens's day. I think he finished last, did he not? Or did he pull up? Or what was the story? Just going into it here now. Largy debut, yeah, pulled up coming into the straight, and it was well beaten then. It was just I don't know what went wrong. I can't see anything that realistically happened, but for that horse to beat Kilcrut by 10 lengths, I think he is. I think the bookies are just trying to, I suppose, make people not necessarily aware that the form hasn't been boosted, because if we're going on the bumper form, he should be 1 to 10 easily in this. When you look at the strength of the bumper form, you've got O'Toole, Sir Gerhard, all these proper horses going on to win, and Kilcrut just hasn't seemed to be able to do it. Now that's not saying he won't do it, but I would definitely be very very wary going in at 8 to 11. Give me 2 to 1 and I might put my house on it, but no, definitely wouldn't be backing him at 8 to 11. Instead, and I am taking a big chance here, we are known to see these particular colours in the flat meetings and everything else like that, and see some great exploits. We've seen it there with Jim Bulger this year, and I am going with Bold Approach for Brendan Duke and Danny Mullins. This one here currently priced at 50 to 1. I cannot understand how this horse is such a big price. When you look at the flat form, it has some absolutely incredible runs. All you have to do is go to, for a start, the Nace run. Obviously, look at Jason the Militant, Azalea, Lafayette, Questionnaire. These were all horses that were just beating them, and all those horses are absolutely unbelievable. And then when you look down through the horse, this Bold Approach actually beat. There's one in here called Camorra, and it was, just checking here now how far it was behind. Camorra was 6.25 lengths behind Bold Approach. And it is now rated 106 on the flat, and it's a winner of a Group 3. Now, in my personal opinion, that's enough. That's enough to say that this horse has plenty of potential. Absolutely plenty of potential. It's only run over hurdles, was 6th of 21, behind the likes of El Barra Surprise Package, who ran an incredible race in Leopardstown there the last couple of days. Buddy Rich, very talented sort for Gordon Elliott. Wild Shot, again, another very talented sort for John McConnell. And young Jackie Yates then. Again, another seriously talented horse. When you think about like what this sort of horse has in terms of ability, it's clear as day it has absolutely incredible ability, and it's coming in here with a live chance against a favorite that's unproven over hurdles. Now, he has been proven all right before, but over hurdles he just looks shocking. I'm not convinced with Journey With Me. I think it's a good horse, but I don't think it's as good as some of these in here. 15 to 8 is a bit of a scandalous price, to be perfectly honest. Manila Karooner, that's the one that I am worried about. It is, and as well as that, Barbados as well, if it can jump better than it did the last time. This one here comes in with a massive chance of 10 to 1, but just in terms of overall value and potential to improve and everything else like that, Bold Approach is the best priced horse in this field at 50 to 1. And realistically, I think it's going to go very, very close here. And people are going to be looking at me thinking I'm mad, and fair enough, they probably will be proven right. But I'm really standing up by this horse now, and I think it's going to be a really, really a surprise package. Will pardon the pun, but I think it's going to cause a bit of a shock. And the don't be surprised to see Brendan Murphy. He likes this meeting, and he has thrown big price winners in these colours at this meeting before. And look at realistically, I think it's got a seriously good chance. If not necessarily at winning this race, but getting fairly close to it. I think it's going to be easily in the top three. Easily. Next race off then, the 110 is going to be my patron pick of the day, so we're going to avoid it. But the race after that, I actually had a few bob on it. 10-3 has just now gone into 5-2, literally before my eyes. But Run Wild Fred, the Tri-Town winner, very, very, very impressive Tri-Town winner. Realistically, I think it's coming in here with an absolutely outstanding chance. When you look at the form and when you look at the ratings, and I'm not necessarily one totally for ratings, but if you're matching up ratings, this is the highest rated horse in the field, and they're all running off level weights. Gordon Elliott is an absolutely outstanding form of late, and Davy Russell is riding out of his skin. Do we need to really prove any more to the point that this horse is absolutely massively overpriced? I can honestly say, look, at Vanillier is a fairly decent sort, but I wasn't overly impressed. I just not overly impressed by him. I know. Look, he did beat Fancy Foundations at by 26 lengths last time out, but I just don't know. I can't fathom it out. I just think it's a hard one to call. I don't think he particularly likes softer or heavier ground. I just think he's the type of horse that likes a bit of good in it, and we have seen over the past couple of days there's absolutely no good in that ground. I think personally he's not that he's overrated, but he's underpriced. I think he should be in around 4 or 5-1 in this field, and there are, in my opinion, better horses than him. You look at some of the horses in here. There are. It is a very, very competitive field, but my opinion anyway, Run Wild Fred is the one they're all going to have to beat, and realistically, he is getting backed in. So that's obviously very, very good news for all of us going to be getting on him. Next race off then, the 220. Don't need to spend too much time on this. I don't think Sharjah here absolutely loves this race. He really, really does. Is it this race or is it February he loves? I'm trying to go back and think. Yeah, it's this one he always loves. He always does very, very well in the December meeting. And look at Willie Mullins is getting his horses primed and ready to go. I really, really do like the look of Sharjah here, and I think it is going to set him up for a champion hurdle bid. Whether that's going to be the main stable horse in the race, I don't know. I don't think so. It's just one of those things. I think there's better horses, and in particular better mares than him in the Cullentry Yard. In terms of a champion hurdle horse, but definitely for this particular race, he is the one they're all going to have to beat. He's what he's 9 pounds better off than Zanahiyr. He is over 20 pounds better off than Echoes in Rain. He is almost 10 pounds better off than San Ra. Nearly 10 pounds better off than Petit Mouchoir, and nearly 20 pounds better off than Felix Deji. So look, it's all there. It's just simply all there. All you have to do is just go through the form of Willie Mullins' horses now, especially in this meeting in particular. He has been absolutely on fire. Absolutely on fire. He's not necessarily a price you'd take as a single, but definitely take him for a double. Double or even a treble. I know, look, we did say we were going to put it into a double or a treble there today with Aplutar. I was going to say Fernie Hollow. And oh Jesus, we were just caught in the line. But yeah, look, I think I think it's safe to say Sharjah wins that race easily, like he did last year, and like he did the year before it as well. I personally really like his chances here. Next race off then, the big field handicap, the 255, and this one here I am going to be taking my chance on a horse that's fairly well down in the weight, but very consistent. Faraway Bay for Mark Malloy and Brian Cooper. Currently priced at 7-1. I think this one here comes in with a very nice chance. Only slightly worried that the ground might be to its favor, but in terms of overall form, first, second, first. Now, if that if that routine is to go by, it means that we will be looking at second here at the very best. But no, in all seriousness now, I can honestly say I think this horse is a very talented horse and a very talented performer. Mark Malloy doesn't get half the credit he deserves. He's been absolutely flying. He's had a great year so far this year, and he's continuing to do so. And generally, this horse in particular is, I personally think it's the best horse in his yard. Very consistent performer. Coming in here like 10 stone 4, he's getting over a stone off most of these. And realistically, I think he's going to be better off for it. Keep a close eye on Maller's Dollar. The only thing that was sort of turning me off Maller's Dollar was the way it finished out last time. I don't think it generally likes softer ground. I think it's a better good ground horse, to be perfectly honest with you, and it is absolutely bottomless. Now saying that, I could be tempted to do it in each way there on Maller's Dollar as well, but excuse me. I just think Faraway Bay at these sorts of weights, I think it's got the most potential improvement, and there could be an awful lot more to come. Look at potentially Gallant de Vosel as well. It's very low down in the weights. Not too sure what it was running off last time out. Okay, so it was second last time out, behind Classy K. Not too bad, I suppose. I haven't actually done my bets yet. I might be tempted to sway. Yeah, that's after and form on soft ground as well. Do you know what? I'm gonna add this Gallant Vosel to the each way list as well. I normally don't do it, but the fact that it's 16-1, I'm gonna have a small little each way bet. Just for interest's sake. I think, look at realistically, the best chance of the two is definitely going to Faraway Bay, but Gallant de Vosel, Tom Dorn has a nice horse in the bumper tomorrow, and I think it might be worth a bit of an each way shout. Keep a close eye on the markets. He could have a fairly good whack on his two horses tomorrow, if they're good enough. But look, that's what I'm liking anyway. Them two horses definitely look to be the ones that will gather the most interest anyway. And finally, then the last race of the day, the nice guy heads the market for the bumper here with Patrick Mullins on board for his father Willie, but we're going with the second string. And look at it's not necessarily a tip, it's only, I suppose, sentimental value, the fact that I named this particular horse. Flemoncello, currently priced at 11-4. Look, I think it's going to run a nice enough race. I don't know exactly how good the nice guy is, but the way Flemoncello won her bumper in where was it? It was Kilbeggan. Very nice performance. She was very unlucky to slip up last time in Navan, and she didn't handle good ground the last day or the time before that in Gorn Park. But in my opinion anyway, I think, look at, she's coming in here with a fairly solid chance. She's getting a puck of weight off the other Willie Mullins horse, so that could definitely be to her favor as well. And with Jody claiming £5, that's 12. It's £12. £12 she's getting off them altogether. So, and look at, in my opinion, technically she's probably rated a little to be a little bit better than him as well on overall form. So you can make of it what you will. I think personally 11-4 is overpriced, and won't be having much on, but I'll be having a few pound as well, just for the sake of it. But look, I'm going to leave it there. Please make sure to keep liking, sharing, and subscribing. Thanks again for all the lovely messages and everything else like that. It's great seeing so many of you making, I suppose, a bit of money on the tips that I'm putting up. Tell your family, tell your friends, tell whoever likes a bit of a punt on the horses that I'm doing this sort of thing, and send them on this video with the 50-1 shot. Jeez, they'd be delighted, boys. They'd be delighted. But other than that, look at the Limerick video now is going to be going up now tomorrow as well, and hopefully look at, we'll have another fairly decent day with plenty of winners and each way shouts as well. Look at, lads, the very, very best of luck, and hopefully we're on the back of plenty of winners.